What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm here with the kids in the car, and we are at the vet because as of yesterday, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I took Simba outside for his normal, outside time for about, 10 to 15 minutes while I go use the bathroom, brush my teeth, and I didn't realize that he obviously had been bit by something until yesterday afternoon. And actually not yesterday afternoon. It was yesterday around like 11 in the morning. I'm like, okay, what is this? So, all of a sudden today, he starts shaking, not wanting to eat, not wanting to, he literally has been weak all day. And so I brought him to the vet. We have a 4:20 appointment. It's 4:06. They've already taken him. They already took him. And then on the way here, I went to Food Lion and got a money order for rent. And then we came up here, and he literally hadn't moved out of his seat the entire time. Like, I took him out at like 2 o'clock. And he was, or actually I put him on the stake outside, and then all of a sudden he just literally limps over, falls over. I'm like, oh my God, no! I don't want people thinking I did something to him. So I brought him back inside, and he just wanted to lay down the whole time, and I'm like, oh God, no, something's wrong. I can't let this continuously go on. So long story short, like I said, we're here at the vet. God knows I don't want to put out vet money, but it has to be done. I do feel like this is just kind of becoming too much, because when they knew that he obviously had anxiety and then just let it go on and on and on without treating it or trying to tend to it. And them just saying, oh, we're, start back over with him. It's just like, how do I start back over with him because of anxiety? He didn't get this until, months later after we had him. So, here we are back at square one. And so I'm waiting for them to call me, hopefully within 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to include the picture in of what it looked like when I actually first discovered the, whatever you call this on his leg. When I called the vet today, they were like, oh, he might have been bit by a snake or a spider. I'm like, what? But look at this. All right, guys, I'm back home after a long, stressful evening. All I'm going to say to you guys is that I am not sure what exactly happened to Simba. I just know that he had to, let's just say, be hooked up to an IV. He had to, he had to get IV fluids. He had to be under a temperature light because his temperature was so low. She said that she could see that he had a bowel movement and, that needed to come out, but which I told her that he didn't go at lunch. So long story short, because the vet bill was almost $500-600 and I don't have it, I don't feel right, or I wouldn't have felt right bringing him home into that environment. When I say that, I mean, I don't feel comfortable with bringing my dog, after not paying what needed to be paid. I don't feel comfortable bringing him home and then possibly, dying in front of the kids. Or going through it again, because he deserves, the treatment that the vet and the SPCA can give him, and then possibly, get him back up on his feet so that someone else, can, you know, make sure that everything goes well. So, you know, moral of the story, I took Simba out yesterday morning for all of 5 minutes for me to run back inside and use the bathroom. Okay, reminding you guys, he's on a leash, and I came back inside. He ate. Simba was just fine all day yesterday. Today, Simba, you know, ate his dog food this morning, started kind of acting funny at lunchtime. And I gave him a bath, and I just noticed like he couldn't hold himself up. He just had no energy. I'm like, okay, what is going on? So I noticed that, you know, like throughout the day today of looking over at him as I was teaching, that he was laying down in like a corner like this, and he would not lay all the way down. I'm like, okay, something is wrong. And I just was like, I don't know what it could be. So 2 o'clock came, and I had just finished like doing a student-led conference with my daughter's teacher and my daughter. And next thing you know, I took him outside to use the bathroom like I normally do in between 2 and 2:30. And I put him on the leash, stake outside. Next thing you know, I let him go. And, you know, like I let go of him from putting the leash on, and he basically fell into a sitting stance and then fell over on his side. And I was like, oh my God, that this is the time to call, because I don't think that this can go on any longer. You know, I don't want him to die. I don't want him to. So you guys are not seeing me get emotional, you know, due to the fact of I've had a dog before. The dog that I had before was a standard poodle. He was getting big and he was terrorizing my house. I don't own my house. And my landlord said that it was fine to have a dog, a small dog, as long as he didn't, you know, chew up the house, mess up the house. And that's fine. And I have to respect that because I don't own this house. So we end up selling him. This dog, we've had Simba for a whole year and 4 months. And honestly, from the very beginning of having him, he has been a piece of work. I have, you know, I'm not crying over having to surrender him because I don't have the money for him. You know, I have the money to feed him. I have the money to, you know, get small things as far as like to bathe him, to, you know, do all those necessary things that I have to do for him. Feed him, give him water, you know, leash, collar, those things. But I don't have money for the vet visits. You know, it's just like, this is the one time since I've had him where it's just caught me off guard. And, you know, who wants to put out $550 for a vet bill? So that's the reason why I had to surrender him. I'd rather surrender him and he get the proper care and stuff that he needs versus, you know, versus staying here, not getting any better, and things just kind of, you know, getting out of hand. So, you know, in my future, do I see another dog? No. You know, I am a full-time mother. I am a full-time student. I am a full-time teacher. You know, I do work full-time. And yeah, I have the summers off. I literally am trying to own my own home, and that's another process too. And, you know, I'm trying to do all the necessary things that I have to do in order to get out of here, the place that I live now. And, you know, we wanted to take Simba with us and, you know, have him in the new house, but that's not going to happen. And, you know, I'm very accepting of that, and I have to be, because if I don't, I can't, like, I don't want to worry myself, you know, more than I already have. And this right here is just, it's just the beginning of, you know, a new chapter to my life.